Ready.
Mike,
70 ending. 2-6.
We got double up. Check. 55 to Mike. Check.
Now Haskins on first down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
And his first look is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up second down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, check Mike. 80 weapon. Watch 55.
Let's go. Mike, 55. Check.
Buzz.
Mike.
Hey, we got...
Yeah.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to look deep for Perriman. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Rashad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Prescott to throw it, eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got Smith here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, kill. 47.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Wide, get wide.
26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide eight. Hey, 47.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
26. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
26. 26.
Prescott down. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
I'm coming after you.
Good.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Hey, kill. 26. 26.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Steps away, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Safe.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
And the Washington Redskins first down.
Haskins now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Haywood.
7-7, our score after 1. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Check. 50.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He's got this one complete to Perriman. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready, 55, Mike 55.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Bravo. No, stay at home. Stay
Snap
home.
comes in 1. Now Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Brashad Perriman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Redskins 14, Cowboys 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
There we go. Wide, ain't it?
Get that quarter.
There we go, going to 53. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Mike 50.
26.
Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, we
Go,
got.
go, go. Get out there, get out there.
So don't say nothing.
Smoke.
26.
Mike 50.
26.
To throw is Prescott. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I got you, punk. High 7.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. He's going to air one out. He's got a man. Complete. It's a gain of 34.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
14 more yards. And a Washington Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. That's complete to White. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 yards on the play. First down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Haskins will throw. The quick slant caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 4 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by...
Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
6 guy. Check 6 guy. Go. Check. Crunch.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
3 buzz.
Here we go, 47, 26.
Final play of the half. Prescott.
Let's go, D.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First down, Prescott. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Prescott. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line.
Mike 50. I'm on.
Prescott yet again. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Hey, kill. 26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing. Prescott. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Going up top. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin 78 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a carry for White. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 30 on second down, Haskins trying to... And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Prescott again. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, kill.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
We got this.
And an alley to run. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, and they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 35.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We're going to 54. Wide in.
Mike 50, huh?
Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That'll bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Henry.
5-5. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Again on second and 10, it's Haskins. He sets to fire deep. This is caught. A huge play there for Washington. And even 60 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
James White. His fifth touchdown now on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Redskins. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
42. Cowboys 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end right.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here, the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
All day, baby. All day.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now he's forced out right. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line.
They're not ready for this.
Prescott on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Redskins, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. I can't spend a day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna play with you. Man, body come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Living up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep it moving by. Wish you down the ride, down the tide. You will never know, you ain't never tried.